So let's go over the facts we've got here right now. Go into notes. On spells. So I know the first rune of the banishment ritual has to be the God's rune in this run. Sometimes it has to be the last one, sometimes second, sometimes third. That is actually random. Like, there's none of this is fixed as far as I understand. Let's go. Chizo is a god of fear. Biala appears to be enemy of Chizo. Yoshika is an enemy of the god of fear. So Chizo is opposing both of these, which means Chizo, interestingly, is the invader's enemy. I say interestingly because Chizo is the god of pain, and is, if you've played or seen anything about any of Yahtzee's old stuff, he's kind of the I'm not going to give spoilers. He's like one of the big things in that series, which is why it's called the Chizo mythos. He's like Cthulhu of that world, but not so much because Cthulhu was originally quite a minor thing in Lovecraft's work. Anyway, destinations. Where can I go? Saxgate would give me access to more places. Let's go to Saxgate. But yeah, in the original Cthulhu mythos, Cthulhu wasn't like the biggest, most dangerous god. There's the three big ancient gods. He's not on their tier. He's not the tier below. He's not the tier below that. He's not the tier. He's not like third tier. He's like fourth tier or something. He's like he's an ancient priest god thing. And he is super powerful, he is super dangerous, but he's not like the big guy. I'm really tempted to do stuff on the Cthulhu mythos and like explaining it to people, because it's such an interesting concept. Hang on, before I go into this town, have I got any supplies? I did. Ooh, no, I don't want that supplies. I want to go back, I want to go into the town. Saxgate. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and the people are friendly enough. It can only be a matter of time before they catch the Shadow's attention. Oh, it's nice enough here. That won't last. But it will last for now. Give me an hour to find supplies. I've lost another precious hour, but I've finally found a black market dealer willing to take my money. Yeah, I'll take a rosary. I'm going to be casting magic to heal myself up. And I'll fill up my bullets. I love my bullets. Bullets are good. Something you're not going to hear a lot of English people say at the minute. That's dating the video, I suppose. Although Nigel Farage did come on the news recently to say that England should relax their gun laws. That was fun. Hugely insensitive, but fun. You've received a text from an unknown number. Open. Are you the one spreading stupid lies about alien invasions? I live in Hurston and everything's fine here. Really, guy? Hurston's fine. Guys, don't worry. Hurston's okay. Hurston is okay. Thump! I'm startled into a full wakefulness when something heavy and fleshy slams into my front bumper. I stop the car at a reflex. The unmoving mass in the road could be human or animal. Anxiety seizes my heart. We'll find out what I heard. It could be a person. The man I hit is alive and conscious, but that's where the good news ends. He's in a lot of pain, and while there is no external damage, I suspect I broke a bone or two. He seems to accept it was a complete accident, but he insists I drive him to the nearest town for hospital treatment. Yeah, okay. Agree. Seems reasonable. The man thanks for my decency, and I help him spread out over the back seat. I wonder if he fully understands what he left himself in for. Can I look at him? Oh, I can't look at him. Where am I going at the minute? Oh yeah, Stone's Mouth. Oh, now. Drive, 5 miles. Literally. There, I'm at Stone Mouth. There we go. Enter town. I quickly realise that this town is under the shadow, but my injured passenger threatens to add kidnapping to his accusations if I do not drop him off at the hospital. Hospital? Excuse me. Ugh. I watch him go inside the apparently abandoned building, and when he does not emerge, I drive off. I do not wish to think about it. Okay, so I just killed a guy. I feel a crackling in the depths of my inner ear, and the back of my palms are itching, all of which indicates the presence of magical energy. Oh, it's this description again. There is a great concentration of it that hasn't had time to disperse. This time has become to a rift, one of the tears in the fabric of our universe that I will actually know how to disperse this time, because I'll remember to press the enter button, not tab. Isolating the replication of the da-da-da-da-da. We have done this. Oh, but this what's different. Just isolate the strands of magical energy, the appearance of otherwise creatures, then triangulate the point where they are all moving from. One brief touch for particularly active ley line indicates a warehouse behind a large supermarket. I can only speculate as to who opened the rift there, but disgruntled workers seems as good an explanation as any. No matter what, it just needs to be sealed. Investigate further. Right, find a dimensional rift and seal it with my standard 9mm bullets and 2 spells. But full health, because I've got loads of health in this run. Hello? Got 3 lockpicks, but I don't like using lockpicks, because most of the time it's not really worth it. I'd rather hold on to them in case I need them for an event. Ooh. I recovered a small handful of force time, for God's sake. I wish you stored ammo, like, in your car. If you got it you didn't have a space for it. In a pile of used metal implements, I found a small tool that can function as a lockpick. So now I've got 4 of them. Maybe 5, I can't remember. I think it's 4. Ooh. The Kz rune has been inscribed on the wall here in red. It could be either a marking of territory or a gesture of thanks or recognition to a god. So Kz and red. Oops, that's not the button I want. I want here. Right. So red and Kz. But I'm not going to put them with Jizo because I don't know anything about him. So 1 regular bullet and 1 beating kills those guys, apparently. I think you do get more star constellations unlocked as you go, because I'm sure you can get stuff that gives you bonus melee damage. A set of keys. This should make investigation easier. True, very true indeed. However, I'm going to wander to the bottom locked door first. What do we have? Die. What do you have? I recovered some just dusty jewellery I estimate to be worth about £4. Which was just like metal, like steel. That's really cheap jewellery, man. A body lies at my feet. They died with their limbs drawn up and their hands covering their face, desperately trying to block out the nightmares around them. So it might be that the red rune is the god for this area, who would then be fear, maybe. I think that builds the world as more than it's an actual clue. Okay, so here's my rift. And I want a pair of Batai, which shuts that down quite handily. My recording device picked up the chanting of some kind of mantra intended to ward off evil. It was hard to make out, but the third part definitely sounded like kz. Okay, so that's the that's the actual ritual. So God rune something kz something. I love some of the noises these monsters make. Like, it's an interesting game because it is a horror game, but there's not. For God's sake, it's a horror game, but there's no jump scares, which is what people tend to associate with horror a lot of the time. What they do is run away from me. Some dusty jewellery worth about £8. Good. More money's good money. And stuff. Things and stuff. And a Scarlet Wall with £6. I've got loads of money now. Oh, I bet you will not find any stores that I can buy anything useful from for ages. Oh. They seem to randomly choose a direction. But if you take them off the screen... Okay, I didn't actually kill them. My bad. Should I heal? Oh. Ah. Good job, you. I'm going to do a bit of light healing. Because I have to like reach across the keyboard to press enter. Like, you only need the mouse for menus, really. But I'm so used to playing like first-person shooters that I just have my hand on the mouse all the time. The town is not immediately improved, any more than a flood zone would be simply because the rain has stopped. But my contribution is made. Time to move on. Return to car.